Hi, my name is Bailey Wright, District 1 4-H Specialist, and this is going to be a 3-part training for STEM projects, STEM project leaders, and this will be the first part. So first and foremost, let's define what is a 4-H project. Texas 4-H actually offers 36 different projects. However, those projects fall under 5 different project areas, or what we like to call the Big 5. STEM is one of the Big 5 project areas, and then it breaks out into projects. So most of us might have more of a traditional idea of what a 4-H project looks like, which traditionally that was a project group who met once a week for 6 weeks. And that traditional format is still great, but I want to make sure and be clear that there are tons of different formats for projects, 4-H projects. It could be something that meets once a month for 6 months. It could be something that does meet weekly for 6 weeks. It could be a project could be gained through day camps. Maybe it's a 2-day robotics camp where there's multiple project experiences happening each day. Or maybe for agents, it's through curriculum enrichment, and maybe over the course of the school year, you go every other month and have a project experience with a class that way. It is ideal that the youth completing a 4-H project have at least 6 different, what I like to call project experiences. That's basically 6 different opportunities for them to learn something about that project or within that project. And although it's really flexible and exciting, there are, in my mind, 4 key components that need to make up a project. Number 1, those youth need to be able to be hands-on with their projects, and they need to develop a skill set that pertains to that project. Honestly, those 2 key items, the hands-on and the gaining a skill set, those are how you're going to meet the objectives of the project once you set your objectives and what the goals of that project are. Also, each project should offer a community service activity or opportunity for the youth and a leadership opportunity for the youth. And that leadership opportunity can look different. It doesn't have to be, I think we're used to when we think a leadership opportunity club officer. That's not, you don't have project officers. It could be just researching something about your project. Let's take robotics for a minute. Maybe you ask them to go home and research coding and come back and present coding, or maybe each kid leads a different session at a project meeting one day. There's many different ways to get that leadership in there. If you're a project leader and you're listening to this video and you're not quite sure what it means to be a project leader, what your responsibilities are, how to start up a brand new project, or you want to learn more about the risk management and liability side of being a Texas 4-H project leader, I encourage you to check out my kind of broad overview of what a project leader is. There's a video here that should explain that better. Okay, so like I mentioned, STEM is one of our Big 5 project areas. The projects, the actual 4-H projects that fall under the STEM project area are photography and video, robotics, rocketry and aerospace, science, engineering, and technology, or SET, and theater and performance arts. The 2 that we're going to focus on in the next 2 videos, part 2, the next video will be focused on the SET project, activities for that SET project, easy activities to complete, project experiences, ideas, and resources to lead that project. And then the second will be a basic robotics. If you're looking for resources to have maybe a higher level, advanced intermediate, or a senior level competitive robotics team, at the beginning of that video, I'll show you where you can find those resources. But the main focus of that robotics video will be beginners basic robotics. So thank you so much. I hope you learned more about what a STEM project area looks like and what those projects are. I also want to make clear that, so if you want to lead a STEM project in your county, you can pick one of these 5 actual projects and focus on those. Or maybe it's a brand new project area and there's not a lot of involvement in these areas already in your county. You want to introduce all of these areas into your county. In my mind, you could have a broad STEM project that focuses on all of these different ones. Maybe it's 10 weeks long and you do 2 photography and video lessons or meetings or project experiences, 2 robotics project experiences, maybe 2 of each. Maybe combine all of these into a 3-day camp where they learn about these different projects. It's flexible, and I don't think you have to choose just one of these to focus on. If you want to go more in depth, you choose just one. Maybe you combine a couple of them. Maybe you explore all of them. I think you could also utilize some of these resources if you have a STEM club in your county. That's just some ideas there. If y'all ever want to discuss ideas about a STEM project, make sure you reach out to your county extension agent. Thanks. I'll see y'all in part 2 and 3 of the videos.